I'm Angelina, and today I'm going to be teaching you somewhat how to survive middle school. Middle school, for my school, it went from 7th grade to 8th grade. I know a lot of schools go from 6th grade to 8th grade, but that's how mine went for some reason. But anyway, I'm going to be telling you about like my experiences and how to do with like friends, making new friends, and like other stuff like that. First of all, I'm just going to talk about like before school starts and like the first day of school. Before school starts, you're obviously going to have an orientation. You can like see where your classes are in advance so you don't get like lost the first day of school. But trust me, you'll get used to it eventually. If you're late because you're lost, that happened to me, you won't get in trouble unless your teacher is a total douchebag. As for like friends on the first day of school, friends from elementary school, they will go to different middle schools. So you're in this middle school and your friends will be in a different middle school. So a lot of the times you like kind of enter alone, but you know some people, or you don't have any classes with your friends. What I would recommend doing is just try to like find a friend and like kick them or text them before school starts and say like we should meet up like at this time at school, or like you can like get a ride from them on the first day of school so that you're not entering alone and you both will feel kind of like better and less scared, because that's what I did with my cousin. So now for making friends at your new school. So like I said, you're probably gonna lose some friends from elementary school because they're not going to the same school as you, and you might be entering alone, or you might not know that many people. Well, obviously middle school is going to have so many more people that you haven't even met before, and there's so many more people in the world and you'll realize that. And I just recommend that you actually try to make friends with them, because yeah, you may have old friends, but you're not going to be as close to your elementary school friends as you were before, because you would see them all the time, all day, and now you're probably not going to have that many classes with them. And I know that it's kind of like one of those things where everyone already grew up together, and if you're like entering middle school alone, then everyone already grew up together and you're going to feel that way, and you're going to feel all left out and like they already know each other. But just try to be friends with some. Like, just try to make new friends. It doesn't matter if they already know each other, because a lot of the times, like, you could feel like, even after being friends with someone for like a month, you can feel like you've known them forever. And as for like making friends, so definitely join clubs and sports outside of school, and like get social media kind of things like Instagram, Twitter, Kick, Snapchat, all those kind of things, because those can make you like more close to your friends, and it will just help you guys be closer. And for some people, like, they will figure out if it's real, you know, because you're willing to talk to them outside of school and stuff. And as for clubs, you can meet new people in clubs and you can get closer to people there. And also, usually club meetings happen at lunch, and if all of your friends are in that club and you were like, I don't want to be in that club, then you're going to be all left out of that club and you're going to be like, oh, I wish I would join that club with them. And as for sports, you also get to meet new people outside of school, and maybe even people from school, and you guys can be closer and stuff, and you have things in common. So you're gonna have a locker. I don't know what school you're going to, but my school, we just had a locker for PE. But even if you just have like a small locker for PE, it was literally this big, it could still be really useful because you can put like emergency stuff in there. But if you have like a locker for like your backpack and stuff, it's even better, I guess. But you can also put emergency things in there, which would be really helpful, like just in case like you spill something on yourself, or it's that time of month, or like you are not comfortable in your clothes or something happened. I don't even know. You can just keep like brushes, baby wipes, makeup remover, Tide to go pens, and you can keep it in a little makeup bag or something. In my school, like, they would let us, I don't really know if they would let us, but like during passing period, if I really needed something, or during like lunch or in the morning, I would go in the locker room. Even if like I didn't have PE, I would go in there, I would just take like whatever I needed and then go. It's really helpful just to keep different things in there that you might need. Now for the combination. So you might be worried about like your locker combination, but you shouldn't really worry about it. It just takes practice, and I promise you that you will get it. But whatever you do, don't tell anyone your combination, because you never know who you can trust. just don't do it. Always close your locker, because I made the mistake when I was changing for PE. I forgot to close my locker and I put my phone in my locker. I forgot to close it and I like ran out of the locker room because I was like running late, I think, and then someone stole my phone and it was the worst experience of my life. But like eventually I like found out who had it, and then my friend helped me and stuff, and we worked it out and we got it back somehow. For dressing out, that might be another thing you're worried about, changing your clothes for PE. I mean, yeah, it's not like the most comfortable thing in the world for the first week. But like the first day, everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, they're gonna be like that. But after like the first 2 weeks, it's gonna be like, you know, like secondhand, like who cares? Honestly, everyone's just gonna be worrying about themselves. No one's gonna be looking at a specific person and judging them. So you guys are all gonna be self-conscious and then doing the same thing, and no one's gonna be judging you, trust me. If you're like super insecure, here are some tips. Just wear an undershirt a lot of the times, or like a bandeau or something like that, if you don't feel comfortable like being in your bra or something. So that's it for my locker tips. So you're gonna have, you know, more than one class now in every single subject, and you have to like keep it organized, because there's not just gonna be one piece of homework every single night. Sometimes you're gonna have to have homework in every single subject. So what you really need is a planner, and hopefully your school gives you a planner. Like my school gives us planners. Basically a planner has like the entire week. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They give you little sections to write down your homework. So this is for language arts, this is for math, this is for science, social studies, and then just blank part. And you write down basically every piece of homework that you have for that subject, or you can write down like projects that you may have. Like this project is due on June 16th, like right there. Then I would write history project due right here. And also what I liked doing, I'll show you. So basically what I would do was write the assignment down and then write when it was due, and I would highlight the due date so that I would know like and make sure that I knew when it was due. Like the day of like a test or something, I would write it at the top of that day. See, there's no subject here, but you can just write whatever you need to. And I would write it at the top to make sure I just remember that there was a test that day. And then also, this is what I did in the past. Whenever I completed homework, I would check it off. And it would just make it like really satisfying to like finish homework and stuff. So now I'm gonna be talking about like, does middle school, does your grades and everything really matter? And yes, it does. It matters because honestly, you build your study habits and like grade habits and stuff like that in middle school. And how you do in middle school will reflect on how you do in high school. You build yourself in middle school. You can't just say like, oh, I'm gonna bomb middle school because it doesn't matter, but in high school I'm gonna really try because I'm just trying to have fun right now. If you bomb all of middle school and try in high school, you're like trying for the first time, and you're not used to that, and it's really gonna affect you if you don't try in middle school. Okay, and also placement tests. Sure, colleges don't look at your middle school grades and stuff, but placement tests in middle school are so serious, and I wish someone told me this before. Placement tests, basically, they kind of like place you in your classes in high school for like science and like math and stuff, and English I think, based on like test scores. The placement test for science is really easy, but for math, they don't play around. For all 3 or 2 years of middle school, you're going to have a placement test. I think you even have a placement test in elementary school. But you really want to study for those, and you really want to like try and like if you don't study for any, like this is the test that you want to study for, because this test can honestly change your life. If you fail, you have to retake like your last year of math. Like if you're in algebra and you take the math placement test and you fail it, then basically you have to take algebra again, and that's not fun. So you want to make sure that each year you study for that test. Like that's probably going to be one of the most important tests that also like reflects from into high school, because like 8th grade, if you take the placement test and you fail it, well then in 9th grade, which is high school, then you're gonna be behind and you're gonna be placed in a class that you already took. Like me, because I didn't study because I didn't realize how serious the placement test was until I got my score back and I cried my eyes out. So let's talk about like bullying and like rumors and stuff like that, because they're practically the same thing. When you get bullied or when people are like judging you or something, honestly, all you can do is just tell someone. You have to have someone to be there for you. Like, you have to have like a best friend or like a group of friends, or just someone that's like within a group of friends that you are close to. Like, talk to your friend if someone is like bothering you. Tell an adult, which like sounds so like cliche and stuff, but you have to, because nowadays people commit suicide over like bullying and like really dumb things out of like people just spreading gossip, and then people's feelings get hurt and then people die, and it's just, it sucks, man. So even if it doesn't bother you that much, that person can still be like bullying someone else. And if you just tell someone that this person is not a good person, then that could be the difference of someone getting bullied and getting hurt and like end up hurting themselves. And also, if they're like doing it like in that moment, just ignore them. Like, who even, they just stop, because like they're gonna stop. Like, I tried this on my brother. Like, he kept on like punching me in the arm, and I would just say, oh my gosh, Isaiah, stop. And then I was just like, okay, fine, I'm just not even gonna talk to him anymore. I'm just gonna pretend like he's not hitting me. I was on the computer. I was just like, he was just like bah bah bah, and I was just like, and then eventually he stopped. So yeah. Okay, as for gossip, I don't really know that much about gossip. Like, nothing was really spread about me, thank God, in middle school. And you know, people are always they just want to believe the bad things about you rather than the good things about you. Like, if you said, oh my gosh, I won $1 million, people are always going to be like, no you didn't, what, where, how? But if they say, oh my gosh, I lost $1,000, then that person's gonna say, oh my gosh, really? Ha, you suck, ha. But yeah, they're always gonna want to believe the bad things that happen to you rather than the good things. So that's just how life is, and I know it sucks, but that's just how it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want like a kind of like organization thing or like a study tips for like school, then I can do that. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye!